What's good, fam? Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys. My name is Jorge. This is Mike over here. Miguel. I like it.
Yep. Because we're doing Fuentes for sure today. So I'm back to Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, before we get too deep into the show today, we gotta pop this open.
Yep.
Do them for the homie.
Who?
R.I.P. Jeff Alessi.
Yeah, gnarly, dude. That was a kind of an unexpected little deal there. Cheers, mate.
Pour one out for Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff Alessi, the younger brother of Mike Alessi. You know, they're well known. You know, I think everyone knows who Mike Alessi is in the motocross racing industry. So that was his younger brother that passed away, I believe, not yesterday, but maybe the day before. 34 years old. Mm-hmm. I haven't really heard much about it.
Is that a heart attack?
Yeah. So
like cardiac arrest or something.
I heard that, but I didn't really see that too much.
Yeah. I don't think we need to jump to conclusions on anything and start spreading rumors. But yeah, just a bummer deal, man. Mm-hmm. A lot of young athletes are going these days, and that's why I'm not an athlete and young.
Yeah,
I'm 42.
Well, then you're perfect. You're past that.
I'm past it all, dude. I'm good to go.
Yeah, you did. So condolences to Mike
the whole
and
Alessi family.
Yeah, and Tony Alessi and the family there. So
yeah,
that's a sucky one, man.
That is. Yeah, that is just too young. Too young and a healthy dude. Like
racing.
Yeah, so.
He's been, I know, training a lot of kids over at Glen Helen and stuff, and keeping active. Like if that's really what happened to him, it's like, dude, how?
I know. But it's just life, dude. It's weird. Yeah. So, good way to start the show. Just kind of throw our respects out there. Other than that, I slept like shit last night, and I'm ready to rip.
Yeah, I did see. I woke up this morning and I saw you posted a story, and it was like 7 a.m.
Yeah,
and it said 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
like, holy shit! What time were you up, dude?
4. It's so weird, right? Because I was pretty tired after golf yesterday. Felt pretty good and got some stuff done after you left, and then I went to bed at like 10:30 or 11. I'm like, oh, damn, so good. And like for some reason, my hand was on the nightstand, like because I always put like an arm under the pillow or over the pillow, Didn't like I like twitched and like hit my controllers and like made a loud noise, and it woke me up, and it was like 12:30, and I'm all. So I laid there for like 20-30 minutes, fell back asleep, and then I woke up at like 4, and I'm like, no way. And I was wide awake.
Yeah.
And then so I like sat there, looked at some shit, posted it on Instagram just to tell everyone how like mature I am because I get up super early, but I was still in bed.
Yeah.
And then of course, like 6:30 rolls around and I fall asleep. Alarm goes off at 7:45. Eyes are bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look a little tired.
I feel tired.
Yeah. The Yerby's going to help.
Yeah, I'm going to be juiced. Now, I'm actually used to it. We've talked about it before, and it's just I've never been a good sleeper since I was a kid. So it's like when something like that happens, the only thing that sucks is it always semes to happen like when I actually have to like get up and do something. Like if I have an 8 o'clock tea time, it's guaranteed that I'm awake at like 3 to 6. But days that I don't do nothing, I'll wake up at like 2, and I'm like, oh, and then I'll fall back asleep, and then it's like 7:30, and I'm perfect.
Yeah.
So
dude, that happens to me, but I have kids. Dude, I'll go to bed like 1 or 2 in the morning for whatever reason. And then I go to bed, and so we have like a monitor that like we could hear everything.
Yeah.
So I'll like lay in bed, and then all of a sudden I start hearing stuff. I'm like, oh God. Dude, barely pass out. And my kid's like, Dad, my leg hurts or something. I'm like, oh, dude, I wake up like looking like Ren and Stimpy when he's all like pissed off, his eyes all twitching and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, like the worst feeling, sleep, everything.
I know, I hate that.
And it's always when I feel, it's always when I go to bed super late and I have something to do.
Right. Yeah. And like you said, it's the eyes. Like my body doesn't feel tired. Like my brain feels kind of juiced right now, but it's like my eyes, dude. I'm like, oh. Plus I had allergies yesterday at the golf course.
Bad.
But it's like, dude, they just like don't want to ever like, my eyelids feel like they got like little dumbbells on them, and they like won't stay up. I'm like, come on, dude. So yeah, that was it. But got a lot of stuff going on today. We prepped for Aftershock. Rushton gets in tonight, and we head out tomorrow. So I'm gonna go get a bunch of stuff, get ready for that, and watch a bunch of music for 4 days. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rush, dude. I can't wait.
He needs to move out here and be the producer of the show.
I know, dude. He would be a great producer, and haven't seen him in so long. It's gonna be cool to hang out with him again. He's here for a week, so yeah, it'll be fun. Like I said, a fun 4 days just standing out in a grass field. Watching music. It's the weirdest, like I'm a very simple person.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I got a little bit of a lineup and
Aftershock lineup.
Yeah, I got some feelings about it. But
what happened? Because Tupac's not there?
Dude, Tupac's right here. We'll talk about Tupac too. But yesterday he had the privilege to golf with probably baddest dude around here.
Yeah, Bubs, that was fun. He played good.
Not Bubs, me.
Yeah,
Finally
dude.
played.
Yeah,
it was good.
Dude, you played awesome. Like me and Bubs were actually talking about it last night. For you never playing and you don't even watch golf or care about golf, like you hit the ball better than some of my friends that are like super into it.
So, that's right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I kind of, I've always been like athletic, and I always like picked up every sport I've ever played. Played sports in high school and stuff like that. So everything that's the thing. I've always like just gone out there and tried.
Right.
I've always liked to do stuff. So whether it's like bowling, I kind of get it. Golf, I kind of get it.
Right.
Stuff like that. So whatever it may be, I think that was just a thing in me. Like I always just got it. Like, okay, just by watching someone do it, I'm like, okay, I could do that.
Yeah.
So do it. But yeah, so that's kind of my only background in golf. Just, here and there, like you give me tips or Bobs or whatever, just like kind of watching someone do something. I'm like, I'm going to try and do it like how they do it.
Right.
But not even knowing if I look the same or not, but I feel like I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of basically it. But yeah, it's fun. But you saw like my, I fall apart.
You fatigue on the back nine, yeah. But that, dude, that's understandable for everyone. It's like, I remember Adam Jones tried to golf one time. And he got to like hole 13 and was telling us he was tired.
Yeah.
And Jones is in like killer shape, So it's not like a body tired. It's just like, dude, it's a lot of like on and off focus. Like, we always say like freestyle motocross, like you got to keep your concentration for 90 seconds, like Jones should be a little more used to it because Nitro's a lot of that too, right? Like we go do 2 tricks, let the BMX kids go do, so it's kind of off and on, but we're comfortable with that. But like golf, it's like crazy, especially if you want to do good. Like you're not just out there to be an idiot, like you're actually trying to get in the zone on a shot and then, 5 minutes later get in the zone and it starts to wear on you. And but it's weird now because I remember that when I started. Now I can play like 36 holes and I still want to play.
Well, I think we got to the root of it. We, towards the end there, you're all, dude, you're just kind of going for it instead of really trying.
Right.
Like my swing was a lot faster and I was, lifting my head up a lot and just also like trying to go like quicker instead of just focusing. And then when I would stop and you're like, slow down your swing.
Yeah.
And then I would
come right back.
Yeah. Hit it good again.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. Like it's getting towards the end. So I'm like, I don't know, like what my head's telling me.
Yeah.
Because.
Well, it's hard too because for the longest time with me, like I just played to play, right? I'd always keep score, but like it's just kind of like what you were doing. Sometimes I'd lose a ball and I'm not going to sit there and hit 13 shots I'd just be like, oh, let's go to the next hole.
Yeah.
But like the more you progress, like the more years you're involved, like evolve in it, it's like you want to start keeping a score. And that's like what makes you come down, 15 through 18, like really try. I mean, I shot at 81 yesterday, but I didn't want to shoot. Like I'm trying to like not go like past like 85s, especially at my home course. I should never, but so I was like, now I'm trying to grind to like stay right at like that high 70s, 80s spot.
Yeah.
Where, 6 years ago, I was like, dude, if I shot at 81, I was like high-fiving and going to the bar,
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just kind of evolves, but like you got super good like hand-eye coordination, I think is the first starter.
Yeah.
Because it's like our buddy Zevi, right? Like the dude never practices. I mean, he watches like YouTubes and stuff, but never practices, just plays, drinks, like the most like does not care about golf at all. Like loves playing it, but like he doesn't care if he's a 20 handicap or a scratch golfer,
Yeah.
But he's the dude that's good at darts, horseshoes, bowling, everything, and he is naturally just like a 5 handicap.
Yeah.
Off just, like his hand eye. And like, that's what you have. And you can tell some people like didn't grow up athletic and golf's one of the harder sports to like just jump into.
Yeah.
Cause a lot of people are going to get pissed. They're going to, get over it, whatever. So it's like some of my friends, I'm like, oof. Like, it's like the ball's just sitting there. Like, I mean, I still miss it here, like not miss it, but hit a bad shot here and there. But it's like literally all you have to picture is taking the club back like a quarter of the way back, like kind of like you do. You get like halfway and you have like you're keeping your club right there to like get back to the ball.
Yeah.
Where some dudes wind up and then once you're up here, dude, you're out of plane. You don't know where you're at. So yeah, you were killing it, dude. It was fun. Like I said, we talked and I think we got to get you into men's club for sure.
Oh yeah.
It'd be fun.
I'd get some lessons and then get into men's.
Yeah.
And just kind of like
practice this winter a little bit.
Yeah. Do it a lot more.
Yeah. Because tournament golf's like where I started getting better. Because the first year I did men's club was right when I'd moved back from Vegas. And dude, like my dad's all, come play men's club. I didn't understand what Sunridge was. I was thinking it was like this stuffy men's club, like super nervous, So I'm like, I don't really want to play with people I don't know. And then, dude, you get out there and everyone's just having beers and there's music going. And each week, sometimes we have same tournament type of weeks, but each week's kind of a different format, or like it's partners or, a major. So it's like everything's kind of fun about it.
Yeah.
And if you sign up for it, you don't have to play every Sunday. You can play whenever you want. You can play 5 events a year if you want,
right.
So
yeah.
I think we got to get you in it.
Oh yeah, I'm getting in this year.
It's fun.
Yeah,
and we'll have a good group.
And my clubs,
we got to fix those.
Yeah, not good clubs.
Yeah. So Jorge thinks I didn't really study, but he thinks he has ladies clubs. I believe it.
I'm pretty sure because I've like Googled them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, they're like Wilson's, I think, but they're like thick. They're like kind of for like forgiving clubs.
Yeah.
So that's why they feel good.
Yeah.
But then I looked them up one time and I'm all, pretty sure these are ladies clubs.
Dude, you know who else has Wilson's? Die Lash.
See?
Shout out to Kenny and Die.
Yeah. Maybe I'll let her have my clubs.
Dude, and it's so funny. Now, she's actually got pretty nice ones.
Oh, okay.
But it's funny because the first time I golfed with Lash, he's like, dude, wait till you see Die, dude. She's so competitive. And she'll tell you she has Wilson's. Dude, we got like 2 holes in. She'll, in my Wilson's. We start cracking up. And then like the next week we golfed with like my dad, Bubs, Len, and Die. And he's all, dude, she'll say Wilson's or something. It's like 3rd hole. She'll, and then I'm my Wilson's. And dude, it's like, I don't know if she loves them or just loves saying it, but dude, we crack up. So I think you and Die have the same clubs.
Hey, somewhere along the line, she saw that those were the dope clubs.
Yeah. And you did too.
No, I just got them because they felt good. But
yeah. So we'll get your club set up.
And you know what else? Dude, I had no gecko.
No gecko. I had 4 bottles in my bag, dude. I actually felt your grips at one point though, and they're good.
They're good, huh?
Yeah, because you have the wraps. So the wraps like are just like more rubbery.
Yeah, I like those.
Where like my grips get slick. So yeah, because I grabbed your club one time. I'm like, damn, it feels pretty good.
They're like sticky, huh?
Yeah, super sticky.
Yeah, I must say though, your putting was pretty good yesterday.
Dude, I missed every putt though.
Well, yeah, but like you were kind of long on a lot of shots.
Yeah,
and you left at like 3 to 4 feet every time.
That's weird because just anything with golf. I'm sure anyone that golfs could relate, but it's so weird. Like yesterday, I kind of felt off on like my iron shots or like my wedges or something, but my putting felt really good. But like at men's club on Sunday, I think I shot at 81 as well, and my putting was terrible. Like yesterday, I did miss a couple close birdies, but whatever, But like Sunday at men's club, dude, I could not putt. I was like leaving it 10 feet short or blowing it by. So like it's weird how you have a feel that day. You know what I mean? Like and every day is different. I think like we always like relate golf to gambling, right? Like people that like get addicted to gambling, you're always chasing like that jackpot or that royal flush or, golf. It's like I've shot a 72. So now I'm always chasing, like, is it going to be that day where I shoot that, 68 or something like, so I'm always chasing it, but then I throw up an 81 and it's all that stuff. It's like one day I can chip everything. Like I've chipped in twice before and chipped everything close, made putts. And then one day I can't chip. And then, it's like the whole game. It's so hard to get all the like, and you see that in the pros too.
Yeah.
Like Tiger Woods can win a tournament and then miss a cut the next week. Something's off in his game. So that's, I think, why I'm so into it. It's just like the chase is always there. It's fun.
Yeah.
You'll find out, dude, next year.
Oh yeah.
What's next year? 2024?
2024.
That's your year.
When's that shit start?
Usually in April, like right around the Masters, like the week before the Masters, and then goes through October. Like we're done now. So
I got plenty of time to practice.
Plenty of time to practice. If we have a decent winter, we can go out and hit. Even if you want to just hit 9 and like just practice stuff and not worry about a score, we can do that. But yeah, I think you do it. It's fun, dude. It's a fun group. Got me, Gil, Philippi, Bub, my dad, and that's the cool thing with our men's club, because some men's clubs, they want you to play with their people, so they know you're not cheating. Our men's clubs, like you and me, could sign up every single weekend.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes like if it's like a random pick event or something, you might end up with someone, but you don't even have to play that if you didn't want it.
Yeah.
You just freaking sign up with us, and you might be our DD a lot though, dude.
Yeah,
probably. It gets squirrely out there sometimes.
That might help me.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, you guys would be wasted and I'll be sober.
Yeah, and when I get wasted, dude, it's weird. There's a good 6 to 7 beer buzz where I'm like in the zone, and then there's a good 8.5 beers to 15 or 16 that I can't see the ball. So it's just I got to regulate it a little bit.
Anyone out there always like instigate you to do stuff that you're not supposed to?
Yeah.
That you shouldn't?
Gil.
Like as far as golf, like, oh, you could putt that from there.
Oh no, I was thinking drinking. Yeah, sometimes my dad does that a lot.
I'll do that.
But in tournaments, like you're not supposed to give advice or nothing, So we don't really do it on tournaments, but
I'll be like, dude, you could drive it from here.
Yeah,
every time I'll tell you.
Oh, and I will.
Yeah,
and then
especially if you're wasted.
I'll slice. Oh, when I'm wasted, I have no course management.
Yeah,
that's what's funny is like the first couple holes, dude. I start off very like, okay, I'm just going to put it here. It's a par 5. I'll try and birdie it.
Yeah.
Dude, by like hole 13, I'm like, dude, I'm going to hit this thing as far as I can. And then I just watch it go straight that way. So yeah, I'm a pushover, dude. That's why I'm not very good at golf. It doesn't take much for me to go for it.
Yeah.
Like where Bubs, he's very strategic.
Yeah, I see that.
He wants a 100-yard shot in, so he'll hit like a 4-iron or something.
I was actually very surprised. So, I played with you guys here and there, and dude, he never uses the driver there.
Nah, from the white tees, you really don't have to.
But yesterday I saw him use the driver. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, that's just because like days like yesterday are fun because we can kind of like. That sounds dumb, but we can kind of like test a little bit, because every men's club we play the same shots pretty much.
Yeah,
because it's like all our majors are cool because we play all the tees. We play like the ladies tees, the seniors tees, the blue tees, and the tips on our majors. So it's kind of fun. Like the old boys get advantage on the girls tees. Me and Bubs would get like an advantage on the tips, obviously. So that's kind of fun. But for the most part, all of our tournaments are from the white tees, and it's like, dude, you just play so much. It's like you have the shots that you want to hit.
Yeah.
Like Bubs hit driver yesterday on one and got it into that little like neck. But like in men's club, dude, like you do that, like I've tried it before and went over those bunkers and out into the shit there. So then I'm already hitting 3 and I got like 250 in still. So it's, you just want to play a little smarter, but yeah, I'm excited, dude. It'd be fun to have you out there.
Yeah. I'm doing it.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
I think you should.
Dude. So they're saying,
oh, great.
They got my guys. Killer.
Dude. That's so dumb. So stupid.
So they arrested. It's not even the killer, right? And there's a lot going on here, and I don't know what to think of it. So Tupac, been dead for a long time now, since 1996.
Yeah,
and they're finally arresting someone that has been out in interviews and talked and said like, my nephew is basically the one that killed him. His nephew got killed like 2 months after he supposedly killed Tupac. So obviously you can't do nothing to him.
Right.
And I guess the other 2-3 guys that were in the car also have been killed because they're all like gang members.
Yeah.
He's like the only one that hasn't. He's gone on interviews talking about it and what's happened and all that. So it's been out there.
Yeah.
There's been shows about it. There's been tons of shit out there in the public and nothing's ever happened.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now they're arresting this guy. And it's like, for what?
Dude.
He was in the car.
Yeah.
And so it's weird. Talk about conspiracy stuff. I don't really believe it, but I do believe that maybe sometimes the government or the media has an agenda to like cover, use things as a distraction.
Right.
So right now we got every news outlet talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I know.
It's like the most annoying thing, but cool for the Chiefs and the NFL getting a lot of eyes that they wouldn't have gotten. But that's everything you see.
Yeah.
And then now also with this Tupac thing. So like now everything I see is Taylor Swift in the NFL and Tupac.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you guys trying to distract?
Yeah, what are they hiding from?
And it could be something small, but like
no,
that just kind of goes under the rug. And then in 2 years from now, you'll be like, did you guys hear about that? And it's like, no, we never did.
Yeah, dude. We got screwed. I have so much to say. I mean, dude, we're already 20 minutes into this thing. I don't want to overdo our budget here, but it's just like, it's so funny to me, right? Like some normal dude can kill his girlfriend in an apartment and be on the run and they'll find him right away. Or, like any kind of local like crime, they find him right away.
Yeah.
But you're telling me like a Hoffa, a Biggie, a Tupac, like all these big fake, like Tupac gets shot right in the middle of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
There's not a witness. And they cannot find the person.
Yeah.
Right. They can't find Jimmy Hoffa, dude. They can't find Biggie's killer. It's like, how come these celebrities, they can't find them?
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know, dude. Like, cause I always watch those documentaries. Like I just watched like, The Irishman. It's on Netflix. It has De Niro, Pesci, and Pacino.
Well, that's a movie though.
Yeah, it's a movie, but I'm just saying like I watch it and then it starts making me think. It's like, okay, and they've still never found Jimmy Hoffa to this day. Right. So it's like
that one I can believe though.
No, I believe because, mob stuff or whatever, but it's like I said, they can find some dude in Elko, Nevada that does something, but they can't find these like big figures that actually mean something within like the celebrity world basically, or the union world or something. It's like,
well, it's like that Chris Rock in one of his comedy specials had a bit about it. And he's talking about like, how can you not find the killer? It's in Vegas in front of like the circus and all this. But you go find Saddam Hussein in a hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Like bin Laden is like in a cave in the middle of nowhere, like, and they find him. It's like, dude. And then it's, you go even deeper. There's like an interview, like the Suge Knight conspiracy stuff to me is gnarly.
Yeah.
Like because he's talking about it, right? So Suge Knight said like he was filming this thing on the ocean basically, and it's him, it's his voice, everything, you know, unless it's AI back in the 90s, who knows? But you know, he's like, dude, Pac was going to go back to jail. He didn't want to get arrested, this and that. So he fled the country. And he's still alive. Like he says it.
Yeah.
He's still straight up alive. And then I'm not going off subject here, but like the Eazy-E thing, like Suge Knight's like on a late night talk show talking. He's like laughing and shit and said something. Cause like there's this weird theory that like Eazy got acupuncture or something. Mm-hmm. And Suge had it all set up and fucking, cause he got instant AIDS.
Yeah.
Like the Bone Thugs and Harmony dude came out and he's like, none of Eazy chicks, kids, nothing have AIDS. This dude didn't even get sick. He just like 2 weeks died.
Yeah.
And so like the Bone Thugs, so there's like other variables too. It's not like I'm just reading some news article, right? Mm-hmm. It's like and then the Bone Thugs dudes like basically disappeared. Bone Thugs and Harmony dudes after that, you know? And Suge Knight's on this late night show. He's like, yeah, you know, like this and that. And he says something about like, kind of killing some, he doesn't say he's killing someone, but he's like, yeah, you know, like you can do the Eazy-E method, and they all start laughing. I'm all,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So
yeah, they were very liberal about the way they spoke back in the day.
And I think because a lot of the stuff I read, I think they, not them, but like the media legit believes that we're so stupid that they can throw it right in our face, and we'll be like, yeah, that's so far fetched, dude. That's you know,
yeah.
But like you and me, like look at it all, you know what I mean? Like I think they just rub it in our face, like how shit goes. So.
Yeah. So as far as Tupac being alive, I don't believe that theory.
Yeah.
But so since this has all come out, I think TMZ called Suge in prison, and he was just like, "Well, I ain't saying nothing, but it's kind of weird that you guys are arresting him.
Yeah,
like, he didn't do it.
Yeah."
And then he even said, he's like, "But the thing is too, like Orlando Anderson didn't kill Tupac.
Yeah."
He's like, there's two people in that car, and Tupac can't talk, obviously, but like we saw who did it, and it wasn't Orlando Anderson. So that's what he's saying. So, but this has been the narrative since basically it happened. Like, that Orlando Anderson thing, everyone knew about that because they beat him up in the MGM Grand, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they have footage of all that. So they were like, that was the prime suspect. All of a sudden, 2 months later, he ends up dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's kind of weird. So you can't arrest no one because the dude that killed him is dead, right?
Yeah.
But all of a sudden now, my biggest thing, dude, is like the thing that's coming out of that I'm getting. I'm like, dude, who cares if they arrest this guy? Like, it don't matter. But my biggest thing is like, it's been out in the public too, and no one like addresses it. And I think it's like a huge thing.
Yeah.
But Puffy supposedly put up $1 million to get Tupac killed.
Yeah.
Like,
Eminem says it in a song.
Yeah, Eminem said it and everything. So like everyone knows, but yet Puffy's still like, Puffy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so weird to me. That's kind of where I'm like, this is just all weird. This is all like fake in a way.
Yeah. And then I don't know, dude. Like there's so much to it, you know, like I don't know. Like the thing with Suge still, like going back to it, it's like when he's talking about Tupac still being alive, he's like, how the hell do you think he came out with albums like 5 years, 6 years after he was dead? He's like, these guys don't just like record millions of songs and like, you know, have them ready to rip.
Yeah.
So I start thinking, I'm like, dang, that's kind of gnarly, you know? And then I remember like when I was like 18, when did he die? When I was 16, probably 96-ish right there. Yeah. I remember I was out like jogging, dude, and there was already a sticker on a sign that says Tupac's still alive. I'm like, dude, no way. And now I'm like, dude, maybe all these people like knew something we didn't, you know, but I don't know, dude. It's just a weird thing. Like I said, dude, you like literally you can find someone out in the middle of nowhere, Nevada, but you can't find these celebrity killers and stuff. You know what I mean?
To prove your point, even though I don't believe that he's alive or that
I don't really honestly
or that he faked it.
Yeah.
But to prove that point in a way, to give it more fuel to the fire there. So they said like his work ethic was like just ridiculous. You know, like a Michael Jordan, LeBron type deal. Like he's just always in the studio and all that. But he was, you know, he like kind of blew up, and then he was in prison, and then he was only out for like not even a year from prison when he got killed.
Yeah.
And in that whole time, he made movies, and you know those take like 3 months at a time and stuff. So like, how was
Poetic justice?
Yeah, how was he like really recording so much if he was busy making movies?
Right.
Doing like TV shows, doing all this kind of stuff. Like the dude was busy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like to have that collection of like just recordings,
right?
I don't know. So that's kind of to your point there. Like I don't think he recorded that many songs.
Yeah, and that's what Suge
said. Or
he
could have, you know? I don't know.
That's what Suge said. He's like, you really think this guy's making album after album 5 years after he's like had that many, you know, like in the. Which I get it. I know those dudes do make a lot of songs and they pick and choose which ones go on an album. So I know they have leftovers, but dude, did you ever hear his audio with him talking shit about Dre?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was gnarly. Saying he liked butt stuff, and Dre said it's not gay if he's like receiving it or something like that.
Dude, and then that's the thing too. Like that's been in the public for ages.
Yeah.
But no one talks about it.
I know. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, this life's literally not what we think it is.
Yeah.
I swear, dude. Like, and maybe, so that's my last conspiracy with Pac, is that maybe he like, because Dre's still, Eazy-E and Pac are dead, and Biggie's dead. Who knows what Biggie, I don't know if he had something with P. Diddy or, because like you said, you got P. Diddy still alive, Snoop still alive, Dre's still alive. But like these other dudes that kind of like, you could hear him speaking out a little bit and kind of like maybe not going with what they were saying. Because that Pac interview, I don't know, you can like try and Google it. It's really hard to find, but it's like his audio, right?
Yeah.
And he is just talking shit on Dre being gay, basically.
Yeah.
And he was saying like Dre's answers, like Dre was telling him, he's like, dude, I ain't gay. I just, it's like, I just do it here and there. And I know this probably sounds super like far out to normal people, but it's out there. Like I listened to it, and just like the Bone thing with the Bone Thugs.
Even Eazy-E when they broke up from the NWA.
Yeah.
The diss songs that came out were like that. And he would diss like Ice Cube too, because Ice Cube was a major factor in that. But he never once said Ice Cube was gay.
Yeah.
He would just like say like just diss on Ice Cube. But that would be his main diss towards Dr. Dre.
Right.
That he's like, you're gay. Everyone knows
likes
it.
to fool around a little
bit.
Yeah. So it just trips me out that like those dudes are dead, right? And then you have Snoop in every commercial now. P. Diddy's like New York City, basically, all of it. And then, Dre sells beats, to Apple, and he's like and I'm like, I don't know, dude.
They're the ones that sold out real quick.
Sold out or something. Yeah, sold out. And then you got to wipe the dudes out of there that can come out and like expose it,
Or that didn't want to.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you on this one.
Okay.
And this is because of this whole Tupac thing going on right now. This lady came out, and I'm not really sure who she is, but she seems like she's pretty tapped into the culture there.
Okay. But
she says there was a record label that was created back in the day, and it was basically Puffy, Al B. Shore. Do you remember him? He was
a little bit.
Like an R&B guy or something like Al B. Shore, and then two other people. I think one of them was like Puffy's like one of his baby mamas from the very beginning or something like that. So something happened where they broke up, the whole record label broke up or whatever, but basically one of the guys on there died from a heart attack. That Kim Porter, which was like his ex-wife or something like that, died from a heart attack.
Right.
And then another one too, and then the Al B. Shore guy was in the hospital in a coma from like cardiac arrest or something not too long ago.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you know what they all had in common besides the fact of like starting that label with Puffy and being there from the beginning? They were all writing tell-all books.
Yeah.
They all died.
Yeah, dude.
And then, but also like the one person that nothing ever happened to, Puffy.
Yeah.
Out of the four.
Just like, I don't know if you paid attention to the Jamie Foxx stuff. Like videos started surfacing of him talking about like P. Diddy's parties and like how they were kind of weird and like weird shit was going on, like draggy type shit with like children there and shit. And it's like this home video, Jamie Foxx talking about it, and the dude damn near dies.
Yeah.
Or might have died. Who knows?
Yeah.
So it might sound far-fetched to our people listening, but also it's like, to me, I'm very like intrigued by it. Right? Like if it did come out, you'd be like, damn, dude, I kind of noticed that at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
If I sound far-fetched, that's fine. If nothing ever comes out and I'm like that weirdo freaking conspiracy guy, that's fine. But I also don't think it's not a possibility.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's like these like chosen ones stay alive and then they get super rich, super wealthy. But all the people that are kind of like, bottom of the barrel or want to speak out, like something happens to them.
Dude, why can't we be the chosen ones?
I don't know, dude.
But I will say this. On like conspiracy theories, I'm not big on them because I always go like, you're giving these people too much credit.
Right.
Like we give the government too much credit. You think they're really that smart, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's why I never really believe conspiracy theories.
Right.
I'm like, sometimes it just is what it is. And then people, they're scared or stuff is weird. So they have to like make up things.
Right.
So they believe that and that this is why. And so they're, they make themselves feel better.
For sure.
So I've always said that. So with this one, I could say that too. Like,
we're giving like Puffy and these guys too much credit. They're just probably like normal guys and they're just successful and all that. But when things like that lady comes out and says, actually, I didn't know that, like all these people died.
Right.
Like Mayweather too, like he's had two, like one of his assistants died, his one of his baby mamas died, and like all this within like a year. And it's like, it's just weird, dude.
Right.
So
it's, I mean, dude, you can even go, you know, like Trump, his wife or his first wife just died. And here's my thing before people get all stirred up. It's just like, I don't believe that anyone with that kind of money and power is like guilt-free and like scot-free, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not a billionaire because you're tied into all these high ups, dude. So it's like all these guys got something on them. You know what I mean? Like all these dudes, all politicians, actors, musicians, like athletes, right? Like look at Tom Brady, dude. He went from like this nerdy ass dude that could barely run to like leading a dynasty to married to a supermodel to, you know, he's like one of the richest athletes in the world now. And now he's doing all this shit. I'm like, there's something on all these guys. There's some kind of dirt. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's fun. It's interesting. But like you said, it's obviously we're clean as a whistle because we're broke. So
yeah,
barely afford our yerbas, dude.
I'm bankrupt today,
dude. But not to take up the whole show with this shit, but it is funny because I'm a very rational conspiracy theory guy, right? Like I want like seeing the Bones dude come out and talk about Easy, or you know, like someone hearing the Tupac thing. That's something I can kind of like justify.
Yeah.
But dude, sometimes I come across these accounts and these dudes are so dumb.
Yeah, gnarly stuff.
Yeah, because I was in the entertainment industry, right? Like I rode freestyle motocross. I was an employee of ESPN. And these guys are like any athlete that did anything, like, you know, because I didn't know like what the horns was. Remember how we'd always throw the horns up? And now like all the far right guys are like, dude, that's devil sign, you know? And like, so like if I do that, they could technically say I'm like, you know, I'm a Satan follower.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing. It was just something that Dean did and I just did it.
Yeah.
It's not a freaking, you know, like, so there is these dudes that like think any entertainer or anything is one of those people controlled by the government or controlled by the ops, you know, or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I wrote it. And like no one from ESPN, like when I was winning Speed and Style, pulled me in the back and was like, hey, you're going to do this for us, this, you know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes these dudes are freaking way out there, you know, cause I know football players, right? And unless they have some kind of gnarly NDA where they just really can't talk about nothing, it's like, they talk shit on the NFL as far as the way like the players get treated and the money they make compared to like the owners make, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not like they're like saying, oh, the NFL is perfect and like stopping the subject. Like I've had lengthy conversations with my NFL buddies that are super good.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes when I see these accounts where anyone that did anything besides work a 9 to 5 and go to church, you're controlled by an opposition, you know? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of weird.
Dude, those guys must be trolls. Because there has to be a point where like, it's over the top. You know, like when COVID hit the vid, they're like, oh, it was the 5G towers.
Yeah. I know. It's so
what happened to that conspiracy people?
Yeah.
Like I would like someone to call me up and let me know if that's still a thing. Yeah. That was just a weird one. I'm like, come on, dude.
Right.
We kind of know what's going on with that. It's not a tower.
Yeah.
You know, that's giving people.
I mean, if that shit ever came out, we'd feel pretty dumb. We'd be like, damn, those guys knew. But
true.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I think it was
I think we know where it came from and how it happened and everything. But yeah, some people are just way
too far out. Yeah. Like I said, I like to, like I'm talking about this on the podcast because I can kind of validate where I've heard it from and looked into it. But I'm not just going to tell you something. You know, like this one dude, he always pops up like on my suggested feed, and he's all the Freemasons and the satanic worshipers. He's like, their things are brick walls and this and that. And so like literally, if any celebrity, like half of the East Coast is brick, right? Yeah. Maybe it was built by satanic. I don't know, whatever, but. It's like if any celebrity or athlete or musician or anything's like just walking and like the paparazzi catches him in a brick wall, he's all, oh yeah, see dude, you guys are so obvious, it's ridiculous. I'm like, well shit, I've been in front of a brick wall before. Yeah. And it wasn't someone telling me, hey, do a satanic thing.
And your last name is Mason.
Yeah, I'm a free one.
Dude, you're Illuminati.
I'm Illuminati, I guess, dude. I might as well get that little triangle tattoo with the eye, the all-seeing eye.
Well, hook me up then.
Dude, no.
How do I get in?
Look at me. Dude, I'm sitting here living in my parents' old house, dude.
Your last name is Mason.
It is. We can go take a picture in front of my brick fireplace.
Oh yeah,
I put that in just because I'm one of them.
Doing the Illuminati stuff.
Yeah, doing like the triangle stuff.
That's a funny thing because Jay-Z has Rock Nation, and I think their symbol is like a diamond, so they're always doing that sign, and they're like, see, it's like, yeah, that's kind of like their gang sign.
I know,
not a gang sign, but you know, that's the thing they do.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And yeah, so I don't know. The world's a weird place. That's why I just hang out with you, podcast, golf, drink beers, hang out with my pup.
Well, R.I.P. Tupac.
R.I.P. Tupac, Jeff Alessi.
Yeah.
Let's get into some positive news now before people think I'm too much of a nut.
Well, I don't know if this is too much positive. It's positive for you.
Okay.
So I looked up the lineup. So these are just the notables, obviously. But on Thursday for Aftershock, is this still a Rockstar thing?
No. It was Monster, but I don't even know. Yeah.
Oh, Monster?
They might be doing their own thing.
Okay, so Thursday, Avenged Sevenfold, Incubus, AFI.
Yeah.
Pretty
good.
decent.
Pretty good.
I mean, Avenged, yeah. Incubus. Actually, I saw Incubus in concert once. Pretty good.
Yeah. Incubus is like a nostalgia thing for me. Listen to it kind of in my early 20s and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
They probably have a lot more hits than people give them credit for.
And if their live show's good, it turns you on a little more to like watch them.
Yeah. So we got Friday. We got Godsmack, Tool, Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
As like the headliners.
I'm pretty stoked.
And then I saw like the other bands playing. So it seems like Friday has probably the best lineup.
Yeah. I was thinking that as well.
Yeah.
Like obviously I'm stoked to see Avenged and AFI. Like Avenged just puts on a killer show. AFI, I've kind of heard mixed things about them since they've gotten older, but still it's like a childhood band of mine. So I don't even care if they play their newer stuff. Like it doesn't have to be.
I'd be so pissed.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna. I already know that. So, yeah.
Saturday, Turnstile, Korn, 311.
Yeah, I'll be out of there early.
That's kind of hurting. I never heard of Turnstile.
Me and my mom do like YouTube music video. Like, we were doing it the other night, like doing our due diligence, if you will. Because we, sometimes like Bad Flower, we had never heard of them. I heard of like one of their songs. Dude, they're so good live. And
really?
This one song, Ghost, is like pretty heavy. And the dude performs it good. So we look forward to them every year. But dude, me and my mom were looking at like Turnstile, and like I don't know how it's like at a rock festival.
And it's headlining.
And headlining.
On Saturday.
Yeah, and 311, it's like, I know one of their songs from the 90s.
Yeah.
So, but that's what's cool is like, we might find good bands during the day, and then, dude, we don't stay there. If those bands suck, we're out of there.
Yeah.
Because you beat the crowd at getting out of there. What'd you say, Korn's Saturday too?
Korn, yeah.
Yeah.
That one's probably
they literally
decent.
They play like every other year. So it's like, this is literally like my 5th or 6th time seeing them. Okay. So yeah, we might be out of there early on that one.
Sunday, we got Queens of the Stone Age, Guns N' Roses, and Rancid.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of hurting.
Yeah. I mean, GNR's GNR. I want to see them just to see him. Like I've seen Slash before. I've actually seen Guns N' Roses, but without Slash. So that's going to be more of like a novelty thing for me. But Queens of the Stone Age, I think I know one of their songs. We'll see how they play live. And then I don't like Rancid at all. I don't know why. I don't know how they got so big.
I mean, not big enough to be headlining Aftershock, I don't think.
Right.
But
that's what's weird too, is like, I never know if it's schedule conflict with the bands or this and that or whatever, but like one year Bullet for my Valentine, which I think is a sick live show. I love the band anyways, but their live show is sick. Dude, they were on at like 2:00. Like the concert starts at 1.
Damn.
They were on at like 2, and then the headliners were like something like that. And I'm all, shouldn't Bullet? But I don't know if the band had to be out of there early to get to another, I never know. But yeah, sometimes I wonder, like there's really good midday bands, and then like at night, it's like, what the hell,
Yeah, I went on the website just so I could see like the names there.
Yeah.
So then I was like, let me see how much ticket prices are. And like obviously Friday sold out. I think Thursday, Friday sold out, but then Saturday you can still get tickets.
Right.
And it's obvious why.
Yeah.
It's like,
me and Phil were even talking about it the other night when we were doing our research, is like, because she's like, well, play this band. I've never heard them. Like, we play it. And we're all, oof. Like a lot of like, because the cool thing about we get there right when the gates open. Because like I said, some of the best stuff we've seen is like midday, midday. And so we were kind of researching those bands, and there's just not one that's like jumping out to us right now. But it's cool because the way it works is like the stages like go around VIP. We got VIP just because it's better, like food, shitters, getting the beers, everything. It's just right there, and it's in between the 2 stages.
Is there only 2 stages?
No, I think there might be 4
Small
this
ones?
year. Yeah, there's some in the very back,
Okay.
which I feel bad. Like, was it last year? Maybe 2 years ago. Yellow Wolf played there, and he was deep in the backstage, and he was going against like a big band, like an actual good big band. But it was cool because me and Phil and Rush went back there and watched him, and he was sick. Dude.
Yeah.
But it's a hike, dude. So that's what sucks.
So it's kind of like Warped Tour back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the different stages.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say nothing because every year we come out of there with like 5 new bands that we like. But yeah, kind of just like off the top of my head and like looking, like Godsmack's actually sick live because they're very and I don't mean this in a bad way, but they're very basic instrumental wise. So like the guitar to the drums to the bass like works perfect. It's not like super loud, like, Korn kind of, even though they're more basic, it gets like really like the noise gets like jumbled up.
Yeah.
Where like Godsmack, I've seen them a couple times. They're good. Tool puts on a killer show. So I'm stoked on that. But yeah, just like the 311 Turnstile, Queens of, I don't know. Like Rancid. Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying, talking about like headlining. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if Rancid was playing midday, we'd probably go check out a couple of their songs, but.
They do play a cover of La Bamba.
Oh, yeah, I'd watch that. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. But like Pennywise will be there this year.
Yeah.
They're probably the heaviest Aftershock band I've seen so far. And not heavy like metal, but I remember because Pennywise is early, and a lot of people like him, but not a lot of people like him. So like we actually got kind of up to the front there. Dude, and when they started Bro Him, you could look back and it was just like a dust layer of like these people just like, and everyone's doing the breakdown, like the melody of it and stuff. And it was like heavy. It was freaking sick. So I'm looking forward to them.
That's Thursday. Thursday's going
to be sick, dude. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a really good day. And then from there, I mean, that's what they sell beer for though. When I'm buzzed, dude, everything sounds better. So
true.
And I walk in, find the cart and get my beer. So
where do they do this at?
It's called Discovery Park. It's just outside of downtown Sac. Dude, it's literally in a homeless field. It's gnarly. Like when you get dropped off on your Uber, you have to like go over this bridge over maybe the American River or whatever it is. And you go over the bridge, dude, and it's just freaking homeless everywhere and laying there. And then you get out into the field and obviously they've got it secured off. So it was kind of gross.
Sick, dude. Yeah. The homeless get a show.
Yeah. Dude, and it's cool because, like when you have like, say, day one, you usually get pretty hammered. It just gets away from you. You're excited. So like day two, you wake up with like a little carryover, day three, whatever, Dude, one year me and Rush were still like pretty buzzed where everything was like we were giggling in the Uber all the way. I mean, dude, it's noon, Dude, when we get to a stoplight, like 2 stoplights before they drop you off, and there's this homeless dude in a wheelchair, dude, and he's struggling, right? And he's like wheelchair, and he's like, oh, dude, hurting. And he catches us at the next stoplight, and like his tent's right there, and he hops out and starts packing up his tent and doing all shit and walking around, and Rush is all, dude, he's cured. We're all, what the? We thought he was like paralyzed, dude, and then he just started walking around, dude. We were dying.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get some sympathy money there.
It was, yeah.
Well, it kind of sounds like you need to take it mellow Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, but dude, I got Pennywise, AFI.
There's some good shit.
I know.
And then Saturday, Sunday, it should be a blur.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's cool too, though, is like, it's never like I was always worried about, like, I got Rush and my mom, dude, in a 30,000 person, 40,000 person festival. So I'm always like kind of like standing back and making, but dude, you walk around so much and beers are freaking $7-8 a piece. Damn. So it's not like we're shotgunning beers and like, just slamming them. It's like, dude, we'll grab a beer, go watch, like, each set's like 30 minutes to start or 40 minutes. Well, that beer will last us that set.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in reality, we're doing probably 10 beers, but it's over like the whole day.
What is it, an 8-hour day?
Pretty much.
It starts like at 1
and usually ends around 9 or 10 probably.
Okay.
10 or 11.
Man.
Yeah. It's a lot, like you stand the whole time and shit. It's a lot, but dude, it's fun. I think we're going on year maybe 6.
Yeah. Weather should be good though.
Weather's going to be super nice.
Dude, imagine if it was during summer.
Oh no. It was the first year I ever went without my mom. It was like 2013. They did it like early September. Dude, I was dying.
Yeah, I bet.
You couldn't even have beers. It was so hot. So even just moving it one more month, like it creeps around like 80, like high 80s. But then when the headliners come on, it's perfect. Like you actually bring a hoodie and stuff. So, and we've never gotten rained on, thank God, because that field's just pure like
mud,
dirt. Yeah, it'd be so
Woodstock,
sloppy.
98.
It would be. Yeah, I'd freaking buy a piece of plywood and stand on it. But, yeah, it'll be fun.
Speaking of music, how do you discover new music nowadays?
I don't, dude.
You just listen to the same stuff?
I'm the worst. Like you saw golf yesterday. I put like 90s hip hop or alternative on, listen to that, and then all I ever do is listen to my playlist. Like honestly, any new music I find is Bubs. Because he was like he was the one that introduced me to Machine Gun Kelly when he was like an actual like underground hip hop dude, and Yellow Wolf, he's like very in tune with like that kind of stuff. But I'm like, because I don't watch new movies usually. I don't listen to new music because I'm not like ever like, I'm always thinking other stuff, right? So like Adam Jones would always be like, dude, you got to listen to this new album from whoever, it's so good, dude. I'm like, okay. So I'd put it on my iTunes and I'd like put one song on and start driving, dude. And I would just like be thinking of like what I'm doing, say I'm driving to LA, like what's going on in LA, and I think of it, and then I'm like 8 songs in and I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like half the time in my truck, dude, the stereo is like almost all the way down. So yeah, but Aftershock's good for that. Like I said, we found Bad Flower 4 or 5 years ago, and like still, I mean, I don't listen to their whole album. They're kind of like, not emo. He's like very like upbeat emo. Does that make sense? But this Ghost song is like talks about killing himself basically.
Jeez.
But it's just the way the song's written. It's not like I'm like, yeah, that song's cool, dude, because I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've actually like each year at Aftershock, I probably come away with like 4 or 5 new bands that I actually like to listen to. But I'm such a basic bitch. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, dude, did you see this? The new, I don't know, Indiana Jones that just came out? And I'm like, no, but I watched Karate Kid for like the 800th time the other night. You know, like
you're old school.
I am, dude.
Dude, speaking of Karate Kid, we just watched. I don't know if you ever saw it, Sidekicks.
Mm-mm.
It's I
had one.
Jonathan Brandis, dude. Back in the day, he was kind of like a teen heartthrob dude.
Okay.
With Chuck Norris.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's
was that Kid in Ladybugs or whatever?
Yeah, that dude. Yeah. So we watched that. My kid's in MMA, so he does like fighting stuff. So I put that on, just like a fun family movie.
Yeah,
dude, I bought it on Prime, and it actually looks really good. Like they did something to the quality.
Remaster it.
Yeah, so I bought it on Prime there. But I was thinking, back in the day, dude, karate stuff was like the shit.
Oh yeah,
but like even like tournaments, because I was kind of based on the movie. Like it was. They were going to this tournament and stuff like that. And then you look at Karate Kid, it was like tournament style and everything.
Yeah. Dude, Jean-Claude Van Damme, dude.
Yeah.
Bloodsport.
But it seemed like back in the day, there used to be a lot of like kung fu karate tournaments that were like super popular, and you don't see that nowadays.
Nah.
And if there are, they're just not popular.
Yeah. It's because freaking kids don't want to be like active these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
It's like they'd rather just sit around. So, dude, speaking active, my grandpa I got the shit into the stick.
Yeah.
Because that's where I first ever saw Karate Kid. My mom's dad out in Fresno. And he had like this old beat up deck, dude. And I wanted to like paint the house, paint the fence, all that stuff. Dude, he got me to sand the whole deck and paint it when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't get paid or nothing, dude. Didn't even learn karate out of it. Dude, it sucked. But I did it. That's how much I liked Karate Kid. Dude, now you would never catch. I can't even paint my fence. For real.
Teaching you wax on, wax off stuff.
Yeah, don't even wax my truck, dude, ever.
Yeah. Well, I pay people to do that.
No, dude. Make sure they use the technique, though. You're all, hey, left hand or right hand.
Yeah, it didn't look like that in the movie, guy. Yeah, that was pretty funny, dude. I was like, dude, karate was cool back then.
It was huge, yeah.
And they actually had tournaments and people went and people got excited.
Yeah. Cobra Kai was sick, dude. They were such dicks.
The show's kind of cool.
It's decent. See, I've talked about it before. I'm too much of like an old school Karate Kid dude to like the show now.
I just think it's cool that they have that reference to go back.
Right.
You know, like in any show, they go back and they use actors and all that. This one, they go back and they use the movie. And you're
use the movie, yeah.
Damn, dude, that guy looks just like him.
Yeah.
Like just young.
Yeah.
Because it really is him.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's actually really cool.
Right.
If they did other movies like that, I think... Or shows like that based on a movie back in the day, I think it would be pretty cool.
They should do like Rad. That'd be sick if they did that. Come back and freaking Crew Jones is all old trying to ride a bicycle and slips a pedal. Oh, that hurt. Hate slipping pedals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I actually watch a ton of old movies if I do watch movies. Just because like that's more my era. Like new movies now, they're like all the same and they're kind of like very like CGI, you know, like they're not like the new Top Gun, the Maverick one was actually really good. I thought that one came out really good, but a lot of them, like when I try and watch it, like even remakes, the hell rewatched, like the Equalizer with Denzel Washington, like that first one was so sick. The storyline, the way he did everything was bitching. Then you try to like watch the second one and it's like almost like too over the top. Me and Bubs got like 30 minutes into it. I'm like, dude, this sucks.
Yeah, I watched that. The third one just came out. Heard it was pretty good, but then I just watched the second one, I think on Amazon Prime, and I was like, that's not that good. Why are people always talking about it?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, so.
I don't know. But yeah, so music you don't really keep up on. Movies you don't keep on. But like shows, you watch some shows or documentaries.
A lot of documentaries. Yeah. Like I said, the Full Swing, the quarterback one, like, even though we talked about conspiracies, like I like watching like golf stuff or football stuff. Just because it's cool because you get to see like more of, I like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can watch the NFL or the PGA every Sunday, you know?
Yeah.
I see what I see, but it's like cool when you watch like Mahomes, you know, sprains his ankle at one of the game, like right in the playoff game or before the playoffs and he's mic'd up, dude. And you'd have to be a pretty good actor to like get your ankle rolled. Like that's the thing is like when these far right dudes say that everything's staged and it's meant to happen. It's like, you'd have to be a weird individual to like be like, yeah, I'm gonna let this 300-pound dude lay on my ankle and watch my ankle fold in half on TV, you know?
Yeah.
So like he gets off the field and he's like screaming, like limping off the field and stuff. And I don't like seeing that, but it's like you get more of an idea because they're like on, CBS, like, oh, Mahomes has a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
But you don't understand, like the normal human that's never been hurt doesn't understand how bad that hurts.
Yeah.
I've twisted my ankle riding, like caught it in the ground coming out of a turn. Dude, it freaking hurts. And for a long time.
Yeah, and then a lot of people will also say, "Oh, what a pussy," and like not knowing the extent of the injury or whatever. And it's like, well,
yeah. Oh, dude, he
kind of needs his legs for his ankles quite a bit for what he does.
Yeah.
Or like if he broke a thumb, I'm sure, like you could be like, oh, he could still throw it. Yeah, but after like so many hikes and getting the ball from the center, probably getting your hand smashed by the ball, probably sore or like so that you can't.
Well, can you imagine if the NFL is, which I do see some shit, but I think it's more Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Like weird spread combos and like, an underdog.
Like this past weekend.
Yeah. I see shit like that. That's kind of weird, right? But you're going to tell me that all the players are in on a script and the script comes out and it's all, hey, Alex Smith, dude, this dude's going to lay on your leg and it's going to snap in half and you're going to take it. And you might almost die from it. I would just freaking quit if that was the case. Dude, he compounded his tib and fib on the field.
Yeah.
Almost died from and
imagine the dudes that don't make that much money.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I go and work hard and all this, and I already know my team's going to come in last place.
Right.
I'm not even going to make, like, what's the point of playing?
Yeah. A lot of those dudes are pretty smart in school. Like, why not just go get your degree and go do something else? You know what I mean? But this same account that I keep talking about, he posted a thing with Aaron Rodgers this week coming onto the field during the Chiefs game.
And not in a boot or a cast?
Yeah, he's crutching and kind of walking, and this dude's all dude's all like, he's totally fine, this and that. And I'm like, well, what? Eli Tomac's 4 months out of Achilles repair and everything, and he's already riding a dirt bike.
Yeah.
So I'm sure after 1 month, you can probably start to put a little weight on. Like ACL surgery, by 3 weeks, I was walking on it. My knee fixed. And it's like, this dude's probably a dude that's just doesn't do nothing, never been hurt. And then I actually went in the comments and like one dude's all, I actually ruptured my Achilles. And, like the first week sucks. But after that, you can kind of start to like load bear it and this and that. He's all, yeah, get off my page. Like, obviously you don't get what I'm saying. Like he like fights these people that have said like they're friends with athletes that have done it, and I'm not going to chime in and like,
no,
but I'm like, well, this dude I know just did it, going into summer and he's already back on a motorcycle. So surely Aaron Rodgers after a month can use crutches and walk on it. It's like, that's why I think people are dumb, I'm like, oh, it never even happened, dude. It's just all an act. And I'm like, well, how on the replay can you see his foot go like that? And if you like, this one dude actually said you could like see the ripple through like the saw. I didn't look at it, but because like Achilles is a tendon, right? So it snaps up like your calf usually. And so, that kind of shit bugs me. It's like these dudes don't want to get hurt for a script, dude. Like,
yeah. And what's the point of like going to a new team?
Yeah.
And possibly doing good there and making that team badass,
and then
get hurt the first game and then not be out the entire season just for that. Or what's the point of that?
Yeah, I know. So I disagree with some stuff, but back to the documentaries. I like seeing more in-depth stuff. It's kind of cool, like watching what they do during the week, and like even seeing, that sounds weird, but even seeing their home life. Like they showed Mahomes' house, freaking sick. Like Kirk Cousins goes through some like memorabilia in this like little room he's got, and that kind of stuff's just cool to the normal person who follows football. Is like, that's stuff we want to see. Like I said, we can watch every game, but you don't know anything. Like, and going back to like the athlete side of things, is like a lot of people saw X Games or Nitro Circus, me riding, but they don't see us driving to Miller's house every morning at 9 a.m. Right, like being scared, like I can get hurt just practicing, even though you're practicing. Like that. You come home, you do your work on your bikes, whatever. You still have to balance like a home life, like everyone thinks that we just rode dirt bikes and partied.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
just show up and that's it.
And so like I have, even in my sport, I've like, like seeing, Deegan, the malicious stuff behind the scenes, or Nate Adams's full circle video when it came out. Like I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's because I'm a part of it, but it's just cool to see a different side of athletes. Cause it's not just like Mahomes didn't just grab a football, get drafted and go win a Super Bowl. Dude, he's put in a lifetime of work and puts in, for what, 6-7 months of the season, he puts in a ton of work. It's just like someone having a normal job. Yeah, they get paid more, this and that, but they also risk more. You're in the spotlight. Like I guarantee you the normal person working a desk job here can't handle losing a game 31-0 and having all of the internet, ESPN, everyone talking shit on you.
Yeah.
Like what a bust of like Zach Wilson right now. Everyone's like, oh, what a bust of a draft pick, this and that. And it's like, dude, he's got the weight of like New York City on his shoulders and they're getting primetime games. And you know, like it's hard. So like I think that's where I appreciate it more and like seeing more of it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's nice seeing what people like go through. And then also like when you do get to see a glimpse of the people that are like the greats, you're like, oh, okay. That's why that guy's so good.
Right.
Because I just saw actually a clip that popped up of Ryan Hughes talking about Eli Tomac. And he was basically saying, like, Eli Tomac doesn't have anything special.
Yeah.
He just puts in the work.
Yeah.
And he's like, when we would go to the gym, I would make him do some weights or whatever. And then we take the weights off to go put, like, more weight. And he'd be, like, basically, like, shaking, like, let's go. Let's fucking get this, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever. And he said at one point he filmed Tomac doing his workout, and then he would show it to his other guys that he would train or whatever, and they're like, yeah, but that's like Tomac. And he's like, yeah, but that's why he is Tomac.
Yeah,
because that's how he is. He's like ready to go, and he told the people, he's like, dude, you guys need to be like Tomac.
Right.
You need to work out with that intensity
if you want to be that good.
Yeah.
You know, some people are okay with not being that good, but
yeah, so that stuff's always cool because then it shows the perspective of like, that's what it takes to be at an elite level, whatever you're doing.
Right.
It's not just show up, you know?
Yeah.
And some people don't get that. Even like the actual people doing the sport, they're like, well, he's on, you know, a good team or whatever. You could be on that team and you're not going to do that.
That was like your boy Aaron Harvey when he always bitched about people getting rides, dude. I'm like, you're not at that level, dude. These dudes like that get these rides are like at that level, you know? Even like, I talk shit on Faulkner all the time because he gets hurt, but still, dude, when he's not hurt, he's at that level. Like Aaron Harvey or anyone in this valley could have that ride, and they're not going to be a podium Supercross finisher.
No, right?
You know, Harvey probably truly believed he was.
Yeah,
it's freaking weird, but yeah, it's you know, like I get it all the time. Like people are like, "Oh, your lifestyle was you know this and that," and I'm like, my lifestyle was scary as hell for a long time. I mean, even like when I was on 80s racing, you know, it's like. And some people are different. Like Pastrana, I don't think ever thinks he's getting hurt, right? I never thought I was getting hurt. Let's clear that up. But, you know, like we always say, like going to watch Avenge tomorrow night, right? They probably got like butterflies and nerves. There's 40,000 people and they got to play a show. And, you know, if you mess up a guitar note or mess up, you know, a vocal, like you don't want to do that. You want to perform, right?
Yeah.
So now imagine even like NFL quarterback or a freestyle motocross dude. It's like we have those nerves of competing. But do we also, in the back of your mind, anything can happen, right? And like, you don't know it's going to, like every time I crashed, I didn't know it was going to happen, but it does. And then you'll think about it a little bit. And, you know, and like sometimes at X Games, like I'm sitting there warming up my bike during a commercial break and then it comes back and I got 15 seconds and you look and there's just a flag ripping.
Yeah.
Like the year I won Speed and Style in Austin, we had to cut down the laps and like all of us agreed we were just doing basic tricks. Like there was a flag on top of the landing as you were coming up to it. And it was like, hard as a rock going sideways. It was probably like 30 miles an hour gusts, but we had to get the event in. So it's like you're sitting on the starting gate and I'm like, dude, I want to win this thing. And then the track's slick and it's windy and it's like, you know, I'm flipping and like landing on the safety deck because the wind's getting so gnarly. It's like that kind of stuff is the shit people don't see. And I've done that practicing. On a Tuesday, I've driven all the way to Miller's house and it's been windy and I'm like, well, I got to ride a little bit. You know, I'm not driving all the way out here. So there's so much more to it. Like you said, it's beating a dead horse trying to tell the normal person, you know, like especially the diehard Chiefs fan that like if Mahomes rolls his ankle and sits out a couple plays, he's probably calling him a pussy, this and that. It's like those dudes, they'll just never get it. They'll never understand. And they'll never understand like the nerves of competing, you know, like, so.
Yeah. Well, this weekend I took the wife to a Broadway show. It was the Tina Turner Broadway show, right? And so it was basically kind of like, well, it was the life of her, right? So there was a lot of stuff I didn't know.
Right.
You know, like I didn't know, like Ike Turner, I thought he was just like a pimp.
Yeah.
And she got with him and beat the shit out of her all the time. But he was actually like an artist.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't know that. And he, you know, people like consider him like one of the creators of like rock and roll or something like that too. Like he was an artist and then he just ended up seeing Tina Turner. And that wasn't even her name. I didn't even know that either.
Yeah.
So it was just seeing Tina Turner and took her and made her career, right? But then just like you kind of see like these top people, Elvis and and Queen and all these other people, she didn't make anything.
Right.
You know, because she gets into this contract and all that. And then I think from the time that she started to the time that she like left Ike Turner, all that music, she didn't get nothing because it was all Ike Turner. Because it was Tina and Ike Turner band or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then she came out with that What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah.
And I always thought that was based on her relationship with him. Some dude wrote it and gave it to her.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's like all this stuff, and you don't know that just being a fan and listening to music. You know it by actually watching, you know, this happened to be a play.
Yeah.
But it was based on her life, which was, it was a really good, dude. It was sick.
Yeah.
But, so I learned a lot, and I was like, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know she fucking didn't have any money. You know, like I think she went to like a studio execs, and they were like, oh shit, it's Tina Turner. And they're like, that's sick, you know, but at the same time, she had like no money.
Yeah.
Like
that happens a lot.
This huge artist had no money, begging for like a record deal.
It's crazy.
And then they didn't want to give it to her. I think she was black or whatever. Yeah. But so this guy like that helped her and gave her that song is the one that put her on the map then, you know. But that time she was already in her 40s.
Yeah.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing that I hate about like social media nowadays is there's no grind. Right. I mean, yeah, dude, you got to buy your equipment and get stuff going. But like, you know, somebody can post something and get like a deal. Yeah. Like I remember, I think they're actually at Aftershock, the Sleeping with Sirens band, I believe. Yeah. The lead singer kind of sounds like a chick. Dude, I remember I'd never had heard of them, nothing, dude. And I clicked on one of their songs because I think MGK or someone was like partnered with, had done something with them. I clicked on the song, dude, and it had almost 1 billion views. I've never heard of them, and their music's like not good, but that's all they did. They just posted YouTube, and they made high quality music videos. It wasn't like they were in their basement, right?
Right, yeah.
Super good videos. I didn't care for the music, but dude, I'm like, damn, 1 billion views. But then you go back to like, you know, the Tina Turner day, like, I don't know, Motley day, all the like back in the 80s. It's like, dude, you like had to buy like I think they call it like the Recycler or Recycle or something.
The magazines?
Yeah, and you have to like go play a show in LA and like hope you get noticed. And like there was just so much more of like a grind to it. I think it's probably just because I'm old school, but like I love those kind of stories.
Yeah. Also more talent, I think.
A lot more talent. Yeah. Because I mean, now like everything's so like dolled up, you know, like when you like, I don't know, like.
There's no like instant classics either.
Yeah.
You know, and that might be just because we're old.
Yeah, yeah.
And we just think that way. But there's no songs that come out nowadays. And
they're like timeless.
That's it. Yeah. Timeless, instant classic like the old ones.
Yeah.
Because the talent was just like crazy. But they were so talented but stupid because they always get ripped off by their managers.
I know. Well, I watched that Artifact. It's Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah. It's like a documentary. And dude, a bunch. I mean, I've heard it before, but like how corrupt the music industry is. Probably even acting. What am I trying to say? Celebrity type industry, you know? But yeah, it's crazy. It's like, you know, and they do it on Straight Outta Compton. Like when Ice Cube's not getting paid. And that Jerry Heller dude, whatever his name is, he's like, well, how do you think the tour gets paid for? How do you think these buses get run? How do you think this and that? And like, well, how do you think that's happening? You know, if like we're not there, you're not getting that. Yeah. And it's like, that was a huge thing. It's like, I get it, dude. But a lot of these like music execs own all that stuff. It's not like they're renting everything, you know? Right. So they're basically acting like they're taking their cut to like put on this whole tour and stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, at
the end of the day, Jerry Heller was getting paid. But the artists weren't.
Besides Easy, problem, you know? Yeah. So, you know, that's something that goes on a lot. Like I think I looked up one time, like Rise Against, because I love that band, right? And they've been around forever, dude. And I think I looked up like the lead singer's net worth is like $500,000. Wow. I think it might be more now. This was a long time ago because we were actually, when we were doing the main event stuff, because like Daniel has kids, Vince has kids, and we're like, dude, what are we doing? We can't go keep making $1,000 a show. And we're not young enough to go live in a van and grind it out to hope that we get noticed, you know? This was also a little bit more pre-social media era, even though we had Instagram. Yeah. But yeah, it's like $500,000, dude, for 20 years of touring, you know? I'll re-look it up and we'll get the art. It might be even $1 million now, let's say. Yeah. But still, for like how big, like Rise Against was a headliner at Aftershock 2 years ago. Yeah. And there was 40,000 people watching them.
Yeah, and they used to get like pretty decent play on the radio once they popped off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like I watched their show in Reno a couple years ago, dude, sold out, you know, like we just watched Mudvayne and it was like probably 3/4.
Mhm.
Like Rise Against was sold out.
Yeah.
Like Rise Against Pennywise. And I'm like, dude, if this dude's been doing this for this long, you know, but that's what sucks is like these dudes don't own their music. You know, like I guess Offspring, they're like one of the smartest bands ever, right? Kind of whatever music, but what the hell's the dude's name? Can't remember the lead singer's name. But he owned like Nitro Records, remember?
Okay.
So I think he produced all his own shit with Offspring. And I read like 3 or 4 years ago, they sold the masters to someone for like $35 million.
Yeah.
And this is like 30 years after their career, like when they're already on their way. Dude, $35 million. You know what I mean? Like, because he owned his music.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these bands, like you said, you pretty much sign your life away. They give you your little check, you know, cuts for this and that. And
so nowadays, that's kind of the popular thing. A lot of people are selling their catalog, you know, like Katy Perry. There's a lot of
Five Finger just did.
Yeah. And that's cool because then they get that lump sum and the people that buy it could do whatever they want with it, right? But then they continue to make music and stuff, and that's a new catalog they're making. So getting that, I mean, 35 million is a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Even divided by there's 4 of them, I think. You know, and then even if the label takes their cut or managers take their cut, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially at the end of your career. Right?
Yeah,
Like you've already made pretty good money coming up, and then you make like a nice little, you know, $6-7 million check. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, this world's corrupt, dude. They take advantage of people.
Yeah, I think that's the moral of the story on this podcast is there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
And we're still just sitting here normal.
Yeah. No one's corrupting us.
Damn it, dude. Come on, Goyaki. Corrupt us, dude.
All right. Well, have fun.
I will.
Have the fun this weekend.
I'll have a good update for you next week.
Yeah. Let us know how. Well, I want to know how AFI is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll send you videos.
Yeah. Avenge. Sure. Dude, I listened to Avenge not that long ago when I was working out right before Mammoth. Put on, I think it was the critically acclaimed or whatever. Dude, song came on my playlist there because I was like, I always listen to hip hop or something.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, let me actually make a workout playlist.
Right.
Put that on there, dude. Right when I fucking wanted to jump out the window.
Yeah, dude.
So gnarly. Yeah. I was like, yeah.
If you work out just to like the drum beat, dude, you're freaking hauling ass. So,
dude, yeah, I was ready to be.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Is like Avenge. Like I don't care for their new stuff, but dude, like their live shows killer. So I'm really looking forward to that. Like I said, AFI Pennywise tomorrow will be a good day.
Let me know.
I'll update you.
Yeah,
you can put it on our Instagram.
Yeah, be posted on the Insta. Updates. Yeah,
I got you. All right.
Well, thank you guys for hanging with the boys. We'll see you guys next week. My name's Jorge. This is Mike. Hit us up on our socials. TheBoys_pod. Like, subscribe, donate.
Yeah, donate.
Whatever
donate
you want.
some yerbs. Yeah. $3.
Whatever you guys want. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.